Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this dissection video we will see the anterior compartment of the forearm muscles. The anterior compartment of forearm extends from the elbow to the wrist joint. And in this we have 8 muscles, 5 muscles are superficial and 3 muscles are deeper. So we will see first the superficial muscles. From lateral to medial, the pronator teres is the lateralmost muscle, and the next muscle is this Flexor Carpi Radialis, and this is the Palmaris longus muscle, and the medialmost muscle is this Flexor Carpi Ulnaris. Just deep to the Flexor Carpi Radialis and Palmaris longus, this muscle is this Flexor Digitorum Superficialis. So this is the Flexor Digitorum Superficialis muscle just beneath the Palmaris longus. We will see further details of these muscles. This pronator teres has the 2 origins. This is the humeral origin and this is the ulnar origin. In between these two heads, you can see the median nerve passing in between the 2 heads of the pronator teres. So this pronator teres is inserted into the middle of the lateral surface of the radius. And all these superficial muscles are supplied by the median nerve directly, except this Flexor Carpi Ulnaris. So this pronator teres is also supplied by median nerve, and its action is this pronation of the forearm. Then the second muscle is this Flexor Carpi Radialis, which is not on the radial side, just lateral to the midline of the forearm, and it takes origin from the medial epicondyle of the humerus, and this Flexor Carpi Radialis passes beneath this Flexor retinaculum for insertion to the metacarpals, and it is also supplied by the median nerve, and its action is the flexion of the wrist. And this is the Palmaris longus, takes origin from the medial epicondyle. It's a very slender muscle with a slender tendon, which when enters the palm of the hand forms the palmar aponeurosis. Now we are seeing the medialmost muscle. This is the Flexor Carpi Ulnaris, which has 2 heads, humeral head and ulnar head, and this is the medialmost muscle, and it passes beneath the flexor tendon and it is inserted to the 5th metacarpal bone. It's supplied by the ulnar nerve. So only one superficial muscle supplied by the ulnar nerve. And if you see the slightly deeper, that is, but also belongs to the superficial muscles, is this Flexor Digitorum Superficialis. So this is the Flexor Digitorum Superficialis muscle, which gives 4 tendons, which passes beneath the Flexor retinaculum, and they are inserted to the middle phalanges of the medial 4 digits. And its action is the flexion of the interphalangeal joint, proximal interphalangeal joint. This is also directly supplied by the median nerve. So we have completed the superficial muscles. One more thing the students should understand, the brachioradialis also appears in the front of the forearm but belongs to the posterior compartment of the forearm muscles. So we are not covering this muscle in this front of forearm. It appears in the front of the forearm. So the 3 deeper muscles we will now see. We have to lift the Flexor Digitorum Superficialis. Then are you seeing this? This is the Flexor Digitorum Profundus muscle, which is again giving 4 tendons, which passes beneath the Flexor retinaculum, which is going for insertion to the distal phalanges by passing beneath the Flexor retinaculum. And this Flexor Digitorum Profundus, if you see the nerve supply, medial half is supplied by ulnar nerve, and lateral half is supplied by the anterior interosseous nerve, which is a branch of the median nerve, and its action is the flexion of the distal interphalangeal joint. So that is the one deeper muscle. Another deeper muscle of this anterior compartment we have to see on the lateral side. Yes, this is the lateral side anterior compartment. Another muscle you are seeing, this is the Flexor Pollicis longus on the lateral side. This is the Flexor Pollicis longus tendon, which again passes deep to the Flexor retinaculum, and it is inserted to the phalanx of the thumb. The third deeper muscle is this: we have to cut all these tendons, then we can appreciate nicely deep to this digitorum profundus. We will be having in this place deep to this tendon pronator quadratus. So that is also causing the pronation of the forearm. All the deeper muscles are supplied by the anterior interosseous nerve except the medial half of the flexor digitorum profundus, which is supplied by the ulnar nerve. Otherwise, all these 8 muscles are supplied by median nerve or its branch anterior interosseous nerve except this flexor carpi ulnaris and this medial half of flexor digitorum profundus, which are supplied by the ulnar nerve. So these are the 8 muscles we have covered in this anterior compartment of the forearm in detail. I hope you should have understood this. We will continue with the next dissection in the upper limb. Thank you.